A few years ago, building software usually started with a long checklist. Setting up servers, configuring databases, connecting API, fixing deployment issues, and spending hours just preparing the environment before the actual project could even begin. But what if you could skip almost all of that? Recently, I started testing something called the Abacus AI SuperComputer. At first, I thought it was just another AI coding platform. But after spending some time with it, I realized the idea is very different. Instead of giving you another chatbot that writes code snippets, it gives you an always-on cloud environment with an AI agent that can actually build, deploy, and run projects for you. What's especially interesting is that it's powered by some of the most advanced AI models available today, including Claude Opus 4.8, Gemini 3.1, and GPT 5.5. So rather than simply answering questions, these models are helping the agent plan projects, write code, fix errors, configure infrastructure, and deploy finished applications. To see how far this could really go, I decided to test several completely different projects. From AI assistants to games, API, and even desktop software. Let's see what happened. The first project I wanted to test was building a fully hosted personal AI assistant. Instead of spending hours setting up servers and databases, I simply described what I wanted. A ChatGPT-style assistant with conversation history, previous chats, a clean interface, and support for my own hosted AI model. After switching the agent into X-High mode, the entire process became surprisingly automated. The system downloaded the model, created the backend, configured the database, generated the interface, connected everything together, and even fixed deployment issues when they appeared. What impressed me most wasn't the code generation itself. It was the fact that the agent kept working through problems independently. Database errors, configuration issues, deployment fixes, it handled them automatically. A few minutes later, the result was a live personal AI assistant running on its own public URL, complete with conversation history and persistent storage. And that's where I started realizing that this isn't really about generating code, it's about generating complete products. To push things further, I wanted to test something completely different. Instead of another AI tool, I asked the system to build a full 3D browser game. The concept was ambitious, a futuristic sci-fi world with combat, missions, enemies, weapons, exploration, and a complete visual environment. Rather than immediately generating random code, the agent first analyzed the requirements, asked clarifying questions, and then started breaking the project into systems. World design, combat mechanics, character movement, mission logic, user interface, story progression. Piece by piece, the game started coming together. The final result was a fully playable browser-based 3D experience with multiple gameplay systems working together. But building games is only one side of the story. For the second test, I wanted something closer to a real business product, so I asked it to create a screenshot API service. The idea was simple. Submit a website URL and automatically generate screenshots through an API. The system created the backend, connected database storage, built the dashboard, configured the API endpoints, and deployed everything publicly. In other words, it wasn't just creating software, it was creating a product that could potentially be turned into a real SaaS business. The next challenge was probably the most impressive one. Instead of building another web application, I asked it to create a native macOS desktop app. The project was called Night Owl, a personal AI-powered second brain designed for storing notes, organizing ideas, generating summaries, and helping manage knowledge. This required much more than a simple website. Native application architecture, user interface design, AI integration, local functionality, build processes, compilation for Apple Silicon. The agent handled the entire workflow. Whenever errors appeared during compilation, it analyzed the problem, generated fixes, rebuilt the application, and continued automatically. Eventually, the project produced a downloadable desktop application ready to install. Seeing a complete desktop app appear from a natural language prompt was one of the strongest demonstrations of what these systems can already do today. Another interesting use case is taking existing open source projects and transforming them into something new. For this test, I used a well-known GitHub project and asked the agent to customize the branding, update the design, configure deployment, and publish it online. The entire process happened automatically. Repository analysis, code modification, styling updates, deployment, verification. Everything completed inside a single workflow. To show how fast the process can be, I also tested a simple browser game project. Within minutes, the system generated, configured, and deployed a fully playable experience with custom branding. The speed is honestly what stands out here. The barrier between an idea and a working product becomes dramatically smaller. After testing all these projects, one thing became very clear. The biggest difference isn't simply the cloud infrastructure, it's the intelligence behind the agent. X-High mode combines some of the strongest reasoning capabilities available today, allowing the system to plan large projects, break them into manageable tasks, debug errors, and make architectural decisions that normally require experienced developers. That's why you can move from a simple prompt to a complete AI assistant, a browser game, a SaaS product, or even a desktop application. The system isn't just generating code. It's making decisions throughout the entire development process. Beyond the supercomputer itself, the platform includes access to additional AI tools, agents, and model ecosystems. You can build applications, deploy APIs, host AI services, connect external platforms, automate workflows, and even integrate with existing infrastructure. Everything runs inside the same environment, which makes it much easier to move from idea to execution without constantly switching between different services. After testing all these examples, I think the most interesting part isn't any individual feature. It's the shift in workflow. Traditionally, turning an idea into a working product required multiple tools, multiple services, and often multiple people. Now, we're seeing systems that can handle large portions of that process automatically. In just a short time, we built a personal AI assistant, a 3D browser game, a SaaS-style API service, a native desktop application, and multiple deployed projects. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you'd build with Abacus AI SuperComputer. See you in the next video.